All right, what's going on, guys? MTG GAME STATE. It's been a while. We're back. Dragonstorm just released for Tarkir. We're on some big news, big information for just everything Magic all around. So we're gonna see what's going on. I got you for today. Some secret layer news as well. Let's just get into it. What's up, guys? How we doing? We're here. I wanted to bring up some just PSAs for the community because I know if you're new to Magic, you're like, what the heck, secret layer for one? Well, secret layer is a direct to print like order Magic set that you can get from Wizards of the Coast, and they do crazy like crossovers and just cool little alt arts of just all around Magic cards that you can get. They're pretty cool. Usually they're selling or like pre-selling for around like $60-$70, and then secondary market, any secret layer you could usually buy for like about around the same price as you probably bought it for off Wizards of the Coast. Single cards usually go for a little bit cheaper or a bit more expensive than their usual cards, but it is what it is on that front. So this is one I wanted to bring up, Secret Layer X Deadpool, because they already had the Deadpool crossover, or they already had the pre-order for this drop, and we kind of missed it. So I was like, damn, I had to buy this off the secondary market. But I found out it's not the case because you can get this at your local game store. That's a Wizards of the Coast approved store, a WPN store, on April 25th, which I think is pretty cool. And I just want to show you guys what was going on here. We're getting a Marvel Spider-Man crossover with Magic the Gathering. And my Marvel Snapheads this is a good time to get on as well. If you're interested in Magic the Gathering, we got you. But I wanted to just talk about some of the cards that they got because I think they're pretty funny. Deadpool trading card is actually a unique mechanic card. It is, as Deadpool enters, you may exchange the text box and another creatures. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 3 life. You can pay 3, sack him, and then each other player draws a card. So if someone's got something broken out on the field, you could drop your Deadpool out, take their text box, and exchange it with their text box. Oh, damn, so I think you wouldn't even be able to sack it. That means the text box you're switching with, let's say your opponent has like an Emrakul out and you play Deadpool. You're going to take Emrakul's text box, but then they're going to have the losing 3 life ability. And then if you want to just get rid of it, you can give us a card draw. Oh my god. What? Okay, so Deadpool is a card you're going to have to get and collect. Deadly Rollick is a reprint. This is a card that always fucks me up in Commander because it's an alt casting cost. You don't need to necessarily pay 4 to throw it out at instant speed. You just got to... if you control a Commander, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. How about reading the card? And then you can just cast it for free and exile a target creature. Pretty broken card that's usually sought after for Commander and higher tier playing Commander. As a reprint in Deadpool, I think it's pretty cool. It's not going to change the price or anything, but you get a unicorn. Saw in Half is a card I've been looking at a lot lately and seeing all over. We're not going to get into it right now, but I just think that's kind of cool. Blasphemous Act is a Commander staple. With the Infinity Gauntlet Snap and a Chimichanga, you want to get that one. It's going to be funny. Vandal Blast doing the fart, that's a classic. I don't know. However you feel about that, but Vandal Blast is a card I actually need, and I actually like the little fire on the mana symbol there. So we're just going to get into the rest of what's going on for Magic news, but I did want to just show you guys and let you know, April 25th, you can go, even if you're not sure if your local game store is a WPN approved store, more likely than not, your local game store will have the Secret Layer X Deadpool crossover. So April 25th, let me know. All right. Now, we finally got our first banned and restricted announcement of the year. Nothing I really cared about, actually, as a Commander player. I thought we were going to get the cards that they took away from us given back. But I think like, if I've heard in the air, in the ethers, they're waiting until after MagicCon in Vegas. So let's just wait and see. But currently, March 31st, they had announced, and today is April 5th. Modern Underworld Breach is banned, which is kind of crazy, but probably a long time coming. Each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost plus exile 3 cards from your graveyard. You may cast cards from your graveyard for their escape cost. So basically, this gives you a broken, and then Underworld, at the beginning of the end step, sack Underworld Breach. This is basically just a cheap way to get out a big creature to swing with, and maybe even some ETB effects cheaply after you like filled your graveyard and tried to get to where you're trying to get to. So finally banned in Modern. I don't really know why. I guess maybe just to break up some gameplay. But it just feels like there's already so much decks in Modern since the last unbannings that have opened up new gameplay that, I don't know, this is just weird for me, but we'll see what happens. And there's going to be some little information, so I could actually honestly just jump in, but I wanted to just real quick talk about some things. Legacy, Sowing Mycospawn, and Troll of Khazad-dûm is banned. It's kind of cool to see some of the Universes Beyond cards getting hit in Legacy more. Even at Common, it's kind of funny, because they did kind of shake up the Legacy old school formats. Now, Pauper, just regular 60-card Pauper, because Wizards of the Coast is in charge of that format. Basking Brood-Scale's banned. Kuldotha Rebirth is banned. Deadly Dispute is banned, which is crazy. Prophetic Prism is unbanned. And High Tide is unbanned. And High Tide, actually, people are a little upset with being unbanned, because they're saying it's going to open up just 10-minute waiting phases of your opponent doing stuff because of this ramp spell, and probably the ability to maybe copy it a bunch of times too or something. So I just wanted to highlight the Pauper, since we're in Pauper Commander, and I feel like that does phase into, similar to how Commander phases into the 60-card formats, I'm kind of treating Pauper Commander like on the same Venn diagram as Pauper for when I'm doing my research and how I'm thinking now. So I thought that was crazy. I've been looking on all the groups. Everyone's really upset with the High Tide unbanning to completely happy. So it's from both sides. And we usually only see this kind of, because Pauper's still new, even though it's been around forever, but it's still kind of new and controlled by Wizards, I think, as of like 2022. We don't usually see this much emotion in the community unless it's around like Standard, Modern, or Legacy, or Vintage. So that's why I wanted to just highlight. Real quick, we can get into why we have this Underworld Breach banned. So to echo a point from the opening of the article, December's update to the Modern ban list did a lot to breathe new life into the format. We've seen Mox Opal, Green Sun's Zenith, and Faithless Looting show up in a bunch of decks to varying degrees of satisfaction from the team here at Wizards. Green Sun's Zenith is in a bunch of decks, Green Sun's Zenith showing up in Yawgmoth and Amulet Titan combos was something we anticipated and we're happy with. Faithless Looting breathing new life into proactive graveyard-centric decks like Hollow One, we've talked about, is also great. However, Mox Opal teaming up with Underworld Breach to create an explosive and resilient combo deck is not something we're happy with. Okay, so because Mox Opal, they gave it back to us in Modern, and it's actually a pretty big mana ramp. It's a 0 cost. It's got Metalcraft, add 1 mana of any color, activate only if you have 3 or more artifacts. Pretty easy to get, especially if you have artifact lands. Underworld Breach allowing us to get Mox Opal back, and even using Mox Opal probably to like help ramp into the cost or whatever. Oh, well, it's a 0, so all you gotta do is just exile 3 cards. Wow. Oh man, I mean, you can just keep doing this until your end step. Oh my god. Yeah, never mind. I see why they did that. I don't know. That's kind of cool. I think it's funny, a little goofy. Urza Saga is an enchantment. Seeing if they just have any artifact lands. How is he hitting? I guess you're just gonna stack up all your. Yeah, okay, never mind. I guess you'll hit your Metalcraft with your Opals and Moxes and shit. So that's really interesting. Now that we know, we know. I'm glad we got to learn that together. And we'll get into the finance portion of the show. That's all the news I got for you guys. So this is one of my favorite ones of the segment to do is the finance portion, because I just like to get in the weeds of the cards, see what's up. And a lot of the times I end up finding cards that I own, seeing trends in pricing, even if it's a little bit. And one of my favorite cards ever, similar to Deadpool, Zansha Sleeper Agent. It's a 3-drop legendary creature minion, 5/5. Zansha Sleeper Agent enters the battlefield under the control of an opponent of your choice. So you play her, you give her to an opponent. Zansha attacks each combat if able, and cannot attack its owner or planeswalkers its owner's control. You can pay 3, Zancha's controller loses 2 life and you draw a card. Any player may activate this ability. Now, early on when I started playing Commander around 2017, when 2018 Commander came out, this card was actually doing, it comes in the Lord Windgrace Precon, was doing me wonders because I'm paying 3, I'm drawing a card off this card, my opponent's getting drained, my friends are paying 3, they're draining my buddy, they're drawing cards, it's all fun, we're all having a laugh. Over time, people kind of stopped wanting to play into that ability, so I kind of slotted it out, but I still think it's good, cheap card draw. Market value on TCG Player is about $5.85, almost getting to $6, but average listing is about $5.30. So you're really gonna find this card for about like $6, I think. But we're seeing as of March 31st, it's about like $3. So I wonder where that big bump in price is coming from. If we go on TCG Player, we can find the true listing straight from the sellers themselves. Shout out to 572. And without my filters. Okay, that's weird. We're gonna get back to this in my market finance article at the end of the month on Aether Hub. !AE will take you to my articles. But we'll see, we'll check back up on this because this is really, they're saying if it's like $1 card back in March 31st, so around April 3rd, it shot up. So we'll see what's going on with this. We'll check back up. But I just thought it was a cool card, and I own it, so it's always nice to see cards in your collection go up in price. So just sounding the alarm there. Card Kingdom we could double check with too, but usually when a card goes on in price, they never include it. They wait till to give it out. So that's nothing new there. All right, card number 2. Hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles, guys. Saw in Half, a card we went over in the Deadpool Secret Lair. Why I wanted to bring this up, and I love the Deadpool Secret Lair art, but I wanted to bring up the Infinity celebratory zombie art because I thought it was just kind of funny. He's just a little goofy dude. This is a 3-drop instant. Destroy target creature. If that creature dies this way, its controller creates 2 tokens that are copies of that creature, except their base power is half that creature's power, and their base toughness is half that creature's toughness. Round up each time. Only legal in Legacy, Vintage, and Commander. We're not seeing it in any recent decks, but it's just kind of funny. I've been seeing it just on the internet, Ethers being spoken about and posted about. I thought it's really cool. It's a legal card from an Infinity set, a silver bordered set that they give you for the 60 card, and I guess they call them the Legacy formats, but Commander's 100 card singleton, Legacy and Vintage are 60 card formats, but whatever. I digress. But anyways, I just thought it was cool. I wanted to sound the alarm on that. And it's from an unset. Anything from an unset, again, it's going to fall victim to premium set, like the unset, a summer set. It's in a Commander set, which is crazy. And then we got the Deadpool Secret Layers, so that's not going to help its price anytime soon. I don't think any of the non-Secret Layer prints are going to be like $20, but they're still going to be about $5 to $6. Already the Infinity Foil is going for 15. So get it while you can, sound the alarm. I warned you. I warned you. All right, card number 3. Telekinesis. I'm sounding the alarm on this. This is a 2-drop blue. It's from Legends. It's an instant. Legal in Pauper, so it should be legal in Pauper Commander. That's why I'm sounding the alarm on a Pauper card for you guys right now. Tap target creature. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt by that creature this turn. It doesn't untap during its controller's next 2 untap steps. Gigantic. Average listing on TCG Player is about $34, creeping up to 40 bones. Market is even creeping up to $40. So I kind of read it backwards. Market listing that you're gonna find on TCG Player is $34. That's what we're all buying it at. But the average listing is about close to 35. But I'd even round that up damn near to $40, okay? So I'm sounding the alarm on this. It's from Legends. It's an old set. It's not on the reserve list. It can get reprinted at any time, and if it does, it'll be in a premium like summer set. It'll be in like maybe a Commander set. I doubt that, but definitely a Secret Layer, something that's gonna really call back to this card. Oh, it is on the reserve list. Okay, my bad. So never mind. I should even stop talking right there. That's already tells you more than enough. It's from Legends. It's on the reserve list. It's never going to get reprinted again. You could use it in Pauper, which is going to make it a big hit. That's really where I'm looking at, and specifically Pauper Commander. For 2 blue and making a creature tap down until the next 2 untap steps, I think that's pretty big and annoying. And you could really shut down maybe, hopefully, some big combos in the PDH format. So, sounding the alarm on all these premium cards, guys. You got to get with it. And our honorable mention, a card I didn't really think I'd bring up on this show ever because it's still kind of new. And they did give me the right printing, but it is reprinted in Outlaws of Thunder Junction, a pretty recent set, so it's in standard. Getting a little ahead of myself, Terror of the Peaks. 5-drop dragon, 3 and 2 red. It's a 5/4 with flying. Spells your opponents cast at target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So he's pretty much legal in all formats besides the common card format of Pauper. He's big finisher and commander. I've seen this card pretty much end the game. He's really annoying. Good card to own. I'd sound the alarm on it. Average listing on TCG Player is $30. Market's buying at $26. At least for the M21 print, the very first printing you'd find this card in. It's coming up close to $30 all around though. And it's suffering of the, oh no, I'm reprinted in a premium set, I'm reprinted in standard, so I'm gonna be sought after. And I think specifically because of Tarkir focusing on dragons, it's gonna get a real rejuvenated hit, I guess, a new lease on life, so to speak. So keep your eye out on this one. This is definitely a dragon you need to own if you're gonna go into dragons. Even if you're not gonna put it in your strategies, I think having it in the binder is just good to have because you never know when you're gonna want to pull this out. And even if you don't put it in a dragon-centric deck, it's good to have in like just a high-power beat-em-up deck. So that's my sounding alarm on that. Just all 4 cards, bro. I'm really going on you guys, letting you all know what's going on. Today is April 5th, Saturday. We're a day late on our episode, so just want to let you guys know. So when you see the dedicated segment cut for this show, you'll see it on Wednesday. Oh, sorry, you'll see it on Monday. Think about the other segments here, I'm all crazy. You'll see it on Monday, April 7th. Drop around like midnight time. And then this VOD will drop, from the live stream, will drop on a Saturday. So you'll stick around, you'll see it. Keep up with the updates. Let me know in the comments what's going on. Let me know how you're feeling about the Finance Watch series and all that. Yeah, so I'll see you on the next one.